Welcome back to Dragon Ball December, and on today's show we're getting ready to enter a whole new age of Dragon Ball movies. Yep, that's right, it's time for Z with Dead Zone, or as it was called in Japan, Return My Gohan, which is a title that honestly makes a lot of sense considering the brutal kidnapping of Goku's son. Yeah, right away it's made very clear that the slapstick adventure and light tone stuff of Dragon Ball has been left behind. To quote Bad Boys 2, this shit just got real. The bad guys not only take poor little Gohan for his Dragon Ball, hey, great parenting dad putting a Dragon Ball on your kid's head, but they also beat the crap out of his mother and grandfather. You see, the new original villain Garlic Jr. seeks to gather all the Dragon Balls and avenge his father, who was passed over by Kami in the banished to the dead zone of the title. Revenge, all in all, not a bad motivation. We'll talk more about the movie villains and their many motivations later on in the series, although you gotta think they tried to kill Piccolo at the start of the movie. That would mean Kami would die and the Dragon Balls, and hey, they're evil, that doesn't mean they're smart. Dead Zone is also kind of famous in fan circles because it features one of the very best out of nowhere moments wherein Gohan eats some fruit and quickly begins to, pardon the pun here, trip freaking balls in a crazy musical number. Action is of course in no short supply here. Garlic's henchmen, Ginger, Nikki, and Sancho all come packing major heat, and one of the movie's best moments is where they quite literally hulk out and pull weapons out of their bodies. It's sick as hell, I love it. I'll be sure to talk more about henchmen also as we move on in this series. Dead Zone is also a movie we don't need to stop and wonder if it's in continuity or not, because Garlic Jr. totally shows up again in an arc of Dragon Ball Z. One of the very few times movie villains get to jump from movie to TV. Then again, there are some weird hiccups like Krillin acting like this was his first time meeting Gohan. Then again, that very well could have just been in the dub I was watching. We of course all remember the classic English Rock the Dragon opening for Dragon Ball Z. Well, it should come as no surprise that most of the best footage from that opening came from the movies, including this one. And why not? I mean, they all look so great after all. I think the highlight of the whole film has to be Goku and Piccolo, who at the time were still kind of old foes, battling side by side to defeat Garlic Jr.'s final form and eventually escape the pull of the actual dead zone that's eating up everything around them. Fun fact too, Goku makes a lot of use of his power pole in this movie, something he didn't do very much in the Z era. I also think it's pretty damn fun and clever that after a whole movie built around trying to rescue Gohan from his would-be kidnappers, Gohan ends up pretty much saving the day himself and defeating Garlic when he gets pissed enough. Dragon Ball Z Dead Zone is a movie that I have a ton of nostalgia for, and I know I'm not alone there. I joyously remember watching this one when it first aired on Toonami back in the day, that of course being the same time when you could get American Cartoon Network in Canada, but hey, that's neither here nor there, is it? It's a movie that puts its best foot forward in announcing that this is a new normal, bigger, louder, more explosions, more dastardly villains, and all the same kung fu action you've come to know and love from Dragon Ball. It's a simple story, yes, but it's frickin' Shakespeare compared to some of the stuff we're gonna see later in this series. Definitely check this one out if you haven't seen it already, even if just for, important historical perspective.